Welcome to Knicks.com. Jonah Ballo here at MSG Training Center for a scouting report with assistant coach Jim Cleamons. We are looking at the Charlotte Hornets, but before I get to the Hornets, Jim, I'd like to take a look at the Knicks. How about that? And what you guys did from game 1 to game 2. What do you think was the biggest improvement in that jump that we saw from Chicago to Cleveland?
Well, I thought that our energy the second half was much better. I think that Cleveland may have been a little bit nervous themselves with being their home opener and all the expectations. So actually, all that enthusiasm may have worked to our benefit because, once again, when you have such enormous expectations, and we had to get a police escort from our hotel to the arena, and it's only basically like a 5-minute ride. But there were so many people, and the energy for the Cavaliers on Thursday night was so high, and they wanted to get this thing off the road and to a huge crescendo that actually the pressure was on them and not on us. So I think that actually played to our benefit.
It was a great contest, a great game to go in there, and we saw some of the triangle execution that everybody's been expecting here, and it was a good win for your squad. Now you return to MSG on Sunday against a Charlotte team that really improved last year when they were the Bobcats. Now they're the Hornets. This team has Big Al Jefferson. Is he really the focal point of that offense still for Steve Clifford and his crew?
Well, he's the focal point of the offense when they want to throw the ball inside. And most teams that have a franchise post or center, they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible. That being said, they have surrounded Al with a nice group of players on the perimeter. So they don't strictly have to rely on his offense to generate scoring opportunities for him, because now he's got a tremendous amount of supporting cast on the perimeter. But he is the focal point when you want to play inside out. He's going to get his touches. Now,
we saw a little bit in the Milwaukee game. They decided to double him late, and it left some shooters open. Is the idea to double him, or you want to try single coverage? How is the best way to defend a guy like that, especially with all his pump fake moves?
Well, one of the things that we must do is stay down on his pump fakes and realize that I prefer to play him straight up. Yeah. Now, either way, it's a calculated gamble. But when I say straight up, you always have to hedge, knowing that once again they've got good perimeter shooters now, or guys that want to shoot the ball. And when you want to shoot the ball, you shoot it with less pressure because that's what you're expected to do. And the guys around him now, I think, are expecting to score. So they're going to take shots with not as much. They're going to take it with confidence and not so much fact, I'm happy to get this shot. These are shots I want to take. So you shoot it with more freedom and you're more relaxed.
Their backcourt with Kemba Walker, he just got the extension there. And now you add Lance Stevenson in the mix. Two guys who can handle the ball, also can create on their own. What's the challenge there with what Charlotte has in the backcourt?
Well, from talking to people this morning, the challenge is that they're both from New York.
Exactly.
and they're coming home, and guys from New York, when they come to play in the Garden, they usually think it's their time to shine. Yeah. And so that's the big issue. Kemba is a point guard, but he's a scoring point guard. And now they've got Stevenson, who is a penetrator, scorer, but he wants to, you got to guard him head up too. So what they've done now is, like I said, this is the third time they've surrounded Jefferson now with people that want to score and expect to score, so they want their touches. So it's like the little kid who's putting his finger in the dam, in the Netherlands or Dutch. We can't give too much focus to one, then we're neglecting the other. So the best thing that we can do is just come out and play good individual defense, which is part of our team philosophy, but same point in time, good individual defense lends itself to playing good team defense. So tomorrow night, we just have to hope that we're clicking on all our cylinders, and that type of scenario comes to our advantage in respecting the guys, but not letting one guy just do what he wants to do. Then we got to go help over here. Then we got to put that fire out. Then we got to let's just kind of make them earn what they get, respect them, but once again, make them earn it.
You know, we saw how you guys defended the screens in Cleveland. It was a really nice job there and really pushing guys out, making sure the guards are running over those screens. Did you like what the team did there and forcing some trap opportunities as well?
Well, we have to play with some energy tomorrow night, and there's no better place to play with energy but on the defensive end. Because that means everyone is engaged. I mean, on offense, yes, I understand the passion, but defense, if you really want to win the game, and you talk about winning in general, and specifically when you start talking on the real good teams, the defense is what holds you together. It's the fiber. Then we have to play good, solid defense on most nights. Because all these teams in the league, if you sit back and let them do what they want to do, they're going to score. So our defense, whether we're going under screens, we've got to contest shots, we've got to block out, we've got to rebound. They run. This team actually runs better in transition than what you give them credit to, because now that they got scores and guys that want to score, they're going to quicken the pace. And if you quicken the pace, you get more touches, assumingly, and so that's what they want to do, and they're not afraid to come down and shoot some threes and try in transition. They're going to make you guard them. So we've just got, it should be a good game. If I'm a basketball enthusiast and I'm dialing around tomorrow night, this is a game I think I want to watch, because Charlotte is much improved. They made the playoffs last year. They lost a couple of guys to free agency that made them a good team, but they've also replaced a couple of guys that may, in the long run, make them a better team. And they're trying to work out their kinks on how they need to play philosophically and ideologically as a basketball club. But they've got some nice pieces.
They do. They have some young guys, MKG, Michael Gilchrist there in the starting lineup. And then, you know, potentially when they get Noah Vanley back from injury, the kid out of Indiana. So they got some nice pieces there. And you are pretty familiar, I believe, with the owner there in Charlotte, right?
Well, he's a competitive guy, and I'm pulling for him to get his franchise up and running, and because he's a wonderful person, and you know, I wish them well.
Just not on Sunday night.
well, see, that's the thing. If you love to compete, you love competition, and I want to win every game, but I know that's unrealistic. But I want to come to play. And if you come to play and you've done your work, and it's my scout, and they have a difficult game tonight in Memphis, so they're on the front end of a back-to-back, and we're going to catch them on the back end, and we should hopefully be rested. Let's throw the ball out there and let's play.
I love it. Let's end it right there. Jim Cleamons, I appreciate your time and your insights. Always fun to catch up with you.
Well, thank you very much.
There it is, the scouting report for Knicks and Hornets on Sunday night.